Hello, this is Emma of EmmaLiveYoga, and welcome to this yoga hip openers class with a focus on emotional release. So we have two sayings in yoga: the issues are in our tissues, and also that the hips are the storage units of the soul. So we can pack a lot of emotions and kind of ways of being, ways of feeling into our hips. So whenever we mobilize, move, rotate these areas, then it just helps to create an emotional freedom. So you might need a couple of bricks. I'm sitting on one of mine. I've got one to the side. I've also got a blanket for my knees for when we get onto Ananda, the lunge position. So just get what you need. And then take a few moments to sit nice and tall. It doesn't have to look like this. Just make sure that you're comfy, you're happy. And we'll take a few moments to be grounded. So take a nice long inhale, lift and lengthen the spine. As you engage the pelvic floor, exhale, relax the shoulders. Bringing the hands into Anjali Mudra. We'll begin with the vibration of Om. So taking a breath in. Om. From here, just gently bow the gaze and take this time to notice how you're feeling in your body, especially the hips, in your mind and your emotions. And begin to drop into the space of sensation and breath. There's no judgment here. As we prepare for our practice, you may wish to set an intention for your practice. And then take a deeper breath in. And exhale, gently open the eyes. So from here, we're going to make our way down onto our backs. We'll begin with a little hip work from there. So coming down, you might wish to support your head as I am with a brick underneath or not. Make your way down to semi-supine position and just walk the feet further forwards. As you arrive here, roll the palms of the hands open. Just take a breath to feel settled. The full length of the spine. And then squeeze the pelvic floor, inhale. On the exhale, gather both knees into the belly and bring the hands to rest on the kneecaps. We'll begin with some hip rotations. On the inhale, draw the knees towards you. And exhale, take the knees apart and away. Doing two more of these. Inhale, knees together and towards. Exhale, knees apart and away. So just feeling your way in. Let's see what's going on. Breathing, feeling. And then inhale, gather the knees in. And on the exhale, take the knees further apart as we set up for Ananda Balasana, half laughing baby. So from here, you might just take hold of the back of the thighs, have the feet nice and relaxed. Or you might draw the toes back and maybe take hold of the shins, the ankles, or the toes. So wherever you can get to is fine. Inhale. Exhale, I would stay static, but hinge the knees towards the armpits. Another option is to rock from side to side. So creating some space. You may also feel space being created in the lower back. The hips and lower back are intimately connected. Sometimes they inform each other. So hip tightness goes into the back and vice versa. So really we're working on both those areas. Shoulders are relaxing, breath is moving. And then inhale as you come to center. Exhale, bring the left foot to the floor and just press the palm gently down to the left hip. This is to anchor the hip. You might find you kind of rolled over to the right. Just draw that left sitting bone down so you're equally placed. Another option is to slide the left leg all the way out. Find your breath. Now, if this knee is significantly bent, that's your body saying, actually, I prefer to keep the foot on the floor. So just see what you need to do. Feel where the release is. Try not to force or strive. Stay yogic. Stay with the ahimsa. Stay with the kindness. Stay with a sense of humor. Make sure you enjoy your practice. So from here, we'll change sides. Inhale, coming back to Ananda Balasana. Take the left foot or shin or thigh. Exhale, bring the right foot to the floor. Again, anchor that right hip down. Try not to roll over to the left. So draw yourself back. You can use Mula Bandha to do that, kind of drawing in, finding the breath, And again, you can stay with the sole of the foot on the floor, or you can slide all the way out. Might be different on this side. Very rarely are we symmetrical. So just see. And if you're in the stiff hip club, I am too. I have to do these stretches every day for my hips and also for my backs. It's okay. The work continues. And just observe and also just welcome any, stiffness is here. It's okay. It's all good. That's why we're practicing. So then from here, inhale, bring it back to half laughing baby. Exhale. So you can stay here, keeping this kind of extended release of the hips. Or you might be able to bring the soles of the feet towards each other. Be mindful of your knee. If your knee doesn't feel good, then don't do that. If your knee feels okay, you might be able to bring the soles of the feet together and then take hold of the ankles and kind of use the elbows to press the knees away. So it's kind of a Supta Baddha Kontasana, but in midair. If that's too much, just keep the feet apart, breathing. Draw the shoulders back and down. Squeeze the pelvic floor. Good. Stay happy. Remember, we're releasing. So be mindful of any emotions bubbling up, any frustration, impatience. It's all part of the practice. And then from here, just relax the ankles. Inhale. Take the shins. Just give the ankles a nice little jiggle. And then roll over to one side. And just press your way up to seated. Now, as we come up to seated, going to keep your left shin parallel with the front of the mat. I'm mirroring you, as always. And taking the left leg back. So you're kind of in a state of asymmetry. If this feels really awkward, know that you can sit up on a brick and just level everything out. Otherwise, just embrace that asymmetry. If you need to pad the ankle, feel free to do that. So bringing the hands down either side, and then bring the sole of the foot to rest towards the top of the left knee. So we're in a variation of Balasana, the Mermaid Pose. Had to check my Sanskrit then. So sit nice and tall, squeeze the pelvic floor. Nice, easy breathing. Good. So here we're just allowing the denseness of those lower body bones, the pelvis, that big bowl of the pelvis, to just begin to descend. So have that sense on the Rachaka on the exhale of releasing, descending. That's it. And at the same time on the inhale, the heart space is lifting, the crown of the head is lifting. Now you can stay here. You've got your bricks. You might take hold of one or two of them. Bring the bricks forward, kind of level with the shoulders. Inhale, lift the chest forward as you press the hands into the bricks. Exhale, just begin to take this into a forward bend. Know that you can adjust the position of your bricks depending on how you feel. Good. Now I want you to feel as if there's a ribbon lifting the sternum forward. Big inhale. Try not to squeeze the glutes. Exhale. So you might stay up here. It might feel therapeutic to rest the forearms. Just see how far you need to take this. You take it further, but don't force. So I'm just basically showing you all the different options that you might have on that trajectory. I'd like you to choose the stage where you feel the benefit. And sometimes less is more. So just take a few more breaths. As everything is happening with the body, try and calm the breath. Try and find some stillness amidst the discomfort. Good. Then squeeze the pelvic floor. Inhale as we bring it back in. Exhale. And pop the bricks to one side. I'm going to try a big move here. So we'll take hold of the left shin, and on the inhale, we're going to lift it all the way over. Now, if it doesn't reach, you're just going to pop it in front of that right shin. No problem. Sit tall, be happy. You might take it towards the right knee, or you might be able to step it all the way over. Just see what's doable, and lift the chest as we can continue to breathe, continue to work into these hips. Maybe feeling an emotional release, so that might happen further down the line, further into the day, or not. Just see if this is really easy for you. Another option is to slide that knee right across, so we end up in Gomukhasana, so Gomukhasana legs. You can take hold of the cow's ears, hence the name, cow face posture, and sit tall here. Good. Now you can sit up on any of your bricks for this to lessen sensation. You don't want to feel anything in your knees. You go back to a previous option, or just bring everything higher up so you can actually breathe. That's it. Good. Important to find the comfort as well as the release. Nice steady breathing. You might close the eyes, you can feel the inner experience. No grasping, no aparigraha. This is grasping, striving, want to let go of that. We want to embrace our satya, our truth. The truth of where we are now in this moment. Good. So then inhale, lift the chest. Exhale. So we're going to unravel all of this. You can bring the leg over. You might get a few clicks, that's okay. Just take the feet apart for a moment and then change. So bring the left shin forward for Balasana and take the right leg back. Again, resting just above the knee. Again, if you're unhappy with the asymmetry, you can sit higher up. Or you might be able to stabilize. Try not to grip through the inner thigh. Try not to grip the glutes. Sit tall. And on the exhale, feel the lower body sinking. And we stay here. A few breaths. And observe, do you have a tighter side? This is my tight side. So I'm having to be more patient and be more mindful of how I'm breathing. When everything is saying, oh, this is tight, this is tense. So just see how you feel. Good. Now from here, you can stay here. If you're in a world of intensity, I would stay here. Otherwise, again, you can bring the bricks forward. You might start off on the highest setting, hands on the bricks. On the inhale, lift the chest forward, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, make sure you didn't introduce any grippy sensations there as you did that. That's it. You can stay up here. Again, you've got the options. You might come a bit lower down, medium setting. You might come further down, keep lifting the sternum forward. Got a forearm option. You've got the single brick option. You've got the forehead all the way down option. Check in with the breath, soften the shoulders. Find where you need to be. Good. Take a few more breaths. Make sure you're centrally aligned. And then squeeze the pelvic floor. Inhale, walk this back in. Pop the bricks over to one side. Exhale. Taking hold of the right shin, we inhale and bring this foot to where it needs to be, either in front of the shin and then drop down onto that right glute, in front of the knee, then drop down, or all the way over. You see what's doable? Take the shin, lift the chest forward, exhale and soften. That's it. Soften through the hips, soften through the shoulders. As we work into these hip openers, it can be a challenge when we stay connected to the breath. We're working with the lower body chakras of Muladhara and Svadhisthana. These are the base chakras of security. So if you want to feel grounded, this is another good reason to practice your hip openers. It frees up energy, allows us to feel safe, allows us to feel secure. Now, if this feels easy, another option is to slide that knee in so the knees are stacked. Again, if it hurts your knees, don't do it. You can take hold of the cow ears, give those a little wiggle, sit tall. You might have a gap. That's okay. I've got a gap too. I've got a tight hip. It's all good. If it feels too much on your knee, then just walk the foot in. If your knees are really easily connected, this is really easy for you. You might even introduce a forward bend. Wherever you are, stay happy. Remember, the journey of yoga is a journey into self-acceptance. You accept all that is. We grow to love all these quirks, idiosyncrasies of the body. And we can also begin to see those kinks in our minds as well. And see the patterns. A few more breaths. Long puraka in. Big inhale. Long rachaka out. Big exhale. Good. From here, we gently unravel. So unravel the legs with some kindness. And bring the soles of the feet to the floor. You might round the back and just drop the forehead to the knees. Or chin to chest, just take a moment there. Feel the sitting bones equally placed. And then inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, bring the soles of the feet together for Baddha Kontasana. If this is already happening with your back, that's your cue to sit up on something. Squeeze the pelvic floor. Peel the feet open as if you were opening the pages of a book. Draw the shoulders down. Good. Now from here, inhale, exhale. See if you can hinge forward, but you're keeping the back really long. So don't round the back, try and lift the chest. It might not be a big move, that's okay. You can then bring the right fingertips down onto the brick or onto the floor. Inhale and exhale. Reach across with the left hand. You're leaning over, leaning over. So this is a side bend. Show you a different angle. Side bend, that's it. And then exhale, bring it back. You can change sides, place the left hand down. Inhale, reach across with the right hand. Exhale. Good, easy breathing. And then swing the arm down. Now from here, draw the knees towards each other. I'm going to do a little challenge. See if you can rock forward. So you're up. And then on the exhale, bring the hands to the floor or the bricks and lift into Uttanasana. Forward, release. From here, we come to Kontasana. You can bring the double finger, lift the big toes. Inhale, lift the chest. And exhale, as you hinge the elbows out, let the head dangle. Try and draw the shoulders up towards the waist. Feel free to bend your knees. You want to have a nice little hippie release through your lower back. That's quite a nice option. We're just releasing the back in relation to the hips. Gazing off the tip of the nose. Good. Then inhale, squeeze the pelvic floor, lift the chest. Exhale and make your way back down to seated. Sitting comfortably. I'm going to come back up onto my perch. You do what you need to do. And just take a few moments there to settle and center. Nanjali. We close our eyes and practice svaja or self-study, which is simply observing any changes you've had since the practice. You might reconnect with the intention you set. And then inhale, lift the prayer hands up. And exhale to center. Namaste. So thank you for practicing with me. If you enjoyed this little hip class, remember to hit the like button and to subscribe to the channel so you never miss a class. Remember, you can follow me on Instagram for all of your yoga inspiration, and I look forward to seeing you soon.